everybody, Joe Davis here with IMM, your friends on this page, and today I got a cool little lesson that is awesome for you as the owner, but also something that is really cool for your staff. This is something I created for my agency, and what we ended up doing was sitting down as a team, kind of thinking of this concept. Now, it's not a new concept in the business world, but what I want to translate to you today is how it's going to be effective in your agency. And this is the IMM Ascension Ladder. All right, and so, I'm going to show you my example from when I had my Allstate agency, but yours obviously could be different. I'm going to show you how to kind of structure it. So, a big mistake in a lot of these types of things, and this could be for marketing, business planning, whatever the case, we tend to start at the bottom. And really what we need to do is start at the top. And so what I did here is I started at the very top of the scale. If I had a customer come into my office, what would I want the ultimate goal to be? If I had a customer that would just say yes to everything, what would I be selling them? And I knew there was no objection. And so in my case, with Allstate, we knew we needed auto, we needed home, we needed life, business, some benefits. Ultimately, the hardest goal for me to hit was always our financial service goal, which is part life insurance, but also investments too. Get them over to one of our financial specialists. So I started with that as my end goal. If I had the ideal client, this is what you have to ask yourself. If I had the ideal client that would say yes to everything without an objection, what would I sell them? And that's how I started. So that's the top of my ladder. And so I started, hopefully you guys can see this, says financial/investment. That's my overall goal. Okay? And then obviously, how do we get to there? All right, and so I know, well, before I get financials and investments in most cases, I need life or business, health insurance, whatever. So that's what I would call my add-on. And then we get down to the core products, okay, in my case. It might not be in yours, but in my case, as a P&C agent, my core product was obviously either auto or home. All right, and so that's at the bottom here. And now, how do I get there? Well, a lot of the times you can't just go out on the street or make a call and say, hey, here's your quote for car insurance, ready to buy. Right? We have to get them in there somehow, and that's when you develop your magnet. Now, that magnet does not have to be a retail product or a gift certificate. It could simply be a piece of marketing material, an educational piece, which is something we teach on our breakthrough calls. By the way, if you haven't booked a breakthrough call, definitely on this page you'll see a lot of places to do that. Book a breakthrough call. It's 100% free with myself, one of our team members, and we can kind of get you going with everything. And this is part of it, but there's a lot more we talk about on the breakthrough call. Anyway, let me get back to the Ascension Ladder. So you start with something free for the client. All right, and the magnet could be some promotional material. It could be a nice sales letter, educational piece. Even a lead magnet could be, if you're doing something online, it could be an educational video for that person about whatever you're trying to sell. In this free stage is where we're trying to get that quote opportunity. All right, hopefully you guys can see that all right down there, the quote opportunity. That leads to the auto, which leads to the home, life, business, health, whatever, and then the financials and investments. All right, but here's the key. I might have known this already as the owner, but I didn't always translate this to staff till we came up with this. So now the goal was everybody could see this on a daily basis. I had just a whiteboard just like this set up. Everybody understood what our end goal was at the top and how we were going to get there. So if I had a customer service rep and somebody came in and they had auto but no home, or even home could be renter's property, whatever, condo, doesn't make a difference. They would know, okay, I see a policy. I might not even be licensed, but I see a policy. There's auto and no home. So they know they're right here in the Ascension Ladder. So now their next thing was automatically, after they saw this a few times, is how do we get them up to this level? All right, I see somebody with auto and home, but nothing else. So I know, even though I don't have a license for any of this stuff, they are right here on our Ascension Ladder. So that could be the life, business, health, whatever. So what do I do to get them to this stage? And so on and so forth, right? And so the key here was understanding opportunities, and it's unbelievable once you have a staff that can see something in a physical form on a wall. It makes a huge difference. It's different than just telling them, well, make sure if they only have one policy, we're getting another one. Okay, they actually can see and feel exactly what the end goal is and how they're helping your agency actually achieve it. And so this was something big I did in my office. I'll give you guys a second to kind of copy this down. You can pause the video, just to kind of copy it. But this was essential when we're talking about what our end goal is for our ideal client or customer. And yours is, of course, can be different. If you're a life agent or you focus on benefits, Yours is definitely going to look different than this, but the theory applies no matter what type of insurance you're selling or investments. All right, guys.